Welcome everybody to the Carleton Place Arena for this game of the first game of the playoffs for the Ottawa B League, featuring the Perth Lanark Wings and the Mississippi Thunder Kings, or MTK. This game is not going to be live streamed. The cell phone reception here is very poor, so I tried live streaming already, but it wasn't going to work. So by the time that you watch this game on YouTube, you will already know, or may already know, who won or who lost. Just to recap the season, the Wings, I believe, went 20-8, finished third place with 41 points. MTK tied for first in points with Castor River with 43, but I believe on the goals for percentage, Castor River was a little better getting the puck in the back of the net. So Castor River finished first, which pushed MTK down to second place, which means that in the way they grouped everything, we end up playing MTK during the round robin. Other teams will play include the Blazers, the Leitrim Hawks, the Ottawa Sting, the Osgood Richmond Romans, and the Ottawa West Golden Knights. So this is the first of 6 games that we're going to be playing. And last game versus the MTK, we came up short. I believe it was 6-5. Though I believe that was the game that Wyatt Mannion scored 4 of the 5 goals. We were down a number of players in that game, so still a pretty valiant effort, coming up short by 1 goal. First game of the season, we beat MTK 3-2 at this same pad right now, and then of course we'll remember right after New Year's, we beat MTK 1-0 in a shutout, overtime. Of a semi-final game of that Capital Classic. So we beat them twice before, so it's totally within the realm of possibility that we could do it again. And so let's hope that that we do that again and get this playoffs off to a good start. These MTK players. This should be an excellent game. Both games during the regular season were very well played. MTK is always strong competitors. Also have a strong house league team that I'm familiar with. Still 15 minutes up on the clock. Puck drop. Face off. Won by the Perth Wings. We dump it in. Wyatt Mannion and Owen Hall are going in there. MTK sends it around. Just out of the arm length of McGregor. Falls back into the neutral zone. Through the neutral zone into our end. Icing's waved off. Mannion gives a hit there. Puck goes down. Pundit comes around. He has the puck. He passes up, flicks it off a Murphy's stick. And now it's picked up by McGregor. McGregor's going through. He's loose the puck. Well, our boys go off for a line change. So here comes Mahal. Comes out just. Matthews is able, I believe, to keep it. Ryu tried keeping it in, but he couldn't. Vanderbilt is now coming in. Vanderbilt winds up, hits the kid in front of him. Dowdle sends it back in, and it goes around. Just out of the reach of Mahal. MTK cared, sends himself into the boards. Kept in there at the neutral zone. We send it back in. Here comes Vanderbilt with the puck. He braces for the hit, and that kid goes down. Vanderbilt's always solid on his skates. MTK now gets it out into neutral zone. Going around. Gets around Pundick and reflected, or rebound, I should say. Jackson's now in there, giving chase. Comes out now. MTK sends her for Vanderbilt, just out of arm reach there. MTK sends it back in, but they get dislodged from the puck. Here's Mahal, tries centering it for Christie, but there's an MTK player there. Waugh now is trying to keep it in. Goes back. Pundit couldn't keep it in, but there's McIver. McIver has the puck. He flicks it off to McGregor. McGregor goes in. He dumps it in. McGregor's going right in there. He's not resting on his laurels. Comes back for Pundick. Pundick sends it back in. Take a shot. Glove save. The MTK goalie let it fall out of the trapper, but he was quickly there to pick it up, so the whistle's blown. 12:35 left in the first period. Christie's taking the face-off. Christie gets the puck. Now McGregor's going in. McGregor has the poke checked away, but he manages to keep it in. McIver now is going in. He was bumped off the puck. McIver's battling a kid. And McIver, I think, is going to get a penalty for, it sounded like boarding, but I'm not sure that's it. So anyways, McIver fighting hard for the puck, and he's going to go to the penalty box for 2 minutes, I would imagine. So at 12:17, Perth's going to have to spend the next 2 minutes on the power play. Mannion's taking the face-off for us. Face-off won by Mannion, and we're able to clear it. But there goes Mannion. He's going around. MTK sends it up. They're bringing it through the neutral zone. They go around. Novak now is playing chase. MTK sends it across the ice. But they pick it up. They're D now. Passes it back to another one. He takes a shot. Comes loose. And it goes wide. It was pushed wide, I should say. And Pius is able to clear it. And they're calling offside on MTK. Nope. My bad. That was the ref calling a penalty on MTK. So a minute 22 left in the power play for MTK, and they get a penalty for 2 minutes. And so play a little 4-on-4 hockey for about a minute and 25 seconds, and then Perth will have a little bit of a power play. MTK wins it and sends it through the neutral zone. McGregor now. McGregor passes it over to Hall. Hall backhands it into their end. There's Jackson going around. Jackson's giving chase with it. Pundick's in there a little. MTK picks up the puck. They're trying to get something going. They flick it up to the ice, but there's Hall. But he's not able to get stuck at, so MTK now is coming through. And he gets tied. And our goaltender for today's game, I never mentioned, is Alex. So number one, Alex Getty puts his glove on it and brings the play to a stoppage. 11:09 left in the first period. 4-on-4 hockey going on right now. Face off. Recovered by Perth. McGregor tries to flick it up, looking for his man. Couldn't get it now. MTK loses it back to McGregor. McGregor's coming through now. He's going around. Vanderbilt has to stay offside. And McGregor sends it in. 25 seconds left in the power play, the penalty to McIver. McGregor sends it around across the ice to Ryu. Ryu now has the puck. Ryu tries looking for McGregor. And Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, they got his stick on it, but it deflected into the MTK end. Puck comes out. Ryu tries slap shotting it into the end, but it hits the player in front of him, so it doesn't go very far. MTK sends it into our end. Christie now. Over to Dowdle. Dowdle picks up to Vanderbile. Vanderbile, thought that was offside there, but the linesman calls it. Waugh now. Waugh's going. He manages to get his way through. Waugh gets crunched up against the boards. So the power play, so the penalty of 34 is over. So now we've got 11 seconds of power play for Perth. Dowdle now. Dowdle flicks it up to Hall. Hall's going in there. He winds up. He takes a shot, and the goalie trapped it, but he didn't really know where it was. But nonetheless, mission accomplished for MTK. So Hall, Murphy, and Mannion are our forwards. Puck comes loose back to Kirk. Kirk sends it in. Hits a few bodies on the way there. Comes back to Novak. Novak flips up to Mannion. Mannion takes a shot and stopped by the goalie. So stoppage of play. 9:28 left in the first period. Hall taking the face off. Hall gets it, flicks it over to MTK. It goes in behind the net. Mannion's there giving chase for it. Comes loose. Murphy sends it back in, but tries to. MTK's now struggling to get it out. Comes loose for Murphy. Murphy takes a shot off a few bodies. There's Novak going in. Novak's trying to keep it in. He goes back eventually. Oh! Mannion one time sent it up to Murphy. He tried one-timing it, but it deflected off a few bodies. MTK now tries sending it. They get it there. Guy's going in. He gets taken off the puck. Very good call now. Oh, that's offside on MTK. Puck kind of squeaks through into the neutral zone while the MTK player desperately tried to get back in the neutral zone, but he couldn't, so unfortunate for them. Jackson, number 32, is taking the face-off. MTK wins the face-off from 1D over cross ice, over another one. Kick save by Alex. Comes loose in the neutral zone. There's Mahal giving chase. Comes loose back to Pundik. Pundik sets it up, and that might just be icing, and that will be icing. Pundik, I think, was looking to try to bank it off the boards for Mahal, but Mahal wasn't quite in position yet, so we end up icing the puck. So the puck comes all the way to our end. Jackson's taking the face off again. Face off won by Perth. Picked up by McGregor, who backhands it to MTK. Comes out now. Here's Vanderbile. Vanderbile's coming through. He tries going through a player, but loses the puck. Picked up by MTK. They send it around, but there's Mahal. He tries laying a hit. He's battling for the puck. Jackson's now in there. And MTK gets it. They have it. They bank off the boards. There's Pundik sends it back in, but it hits the linesman's or the ref's skate. Just was trying to get it out. Mahal is able to keep it in, but right at the blue line, nope, comes out. So battling there. We send it back in, and the goalie for MTK puts his glover on it. So 7:39 left in the first period. It's I give the edge to Perth right now. Seem to be controlling a lot of the puck, but MTK's had a good few opportunities too. So Perth wins it, tries to flick it in, but MTK gets it. They're now bringing it through up against the boards. He gets taken down to the blue line. Ryu has the puck. Ryu flips it around for Dowdle, but just out of the reach of Dowdle, so it's picked up by Matthews. Puck comes loose. So that was Waugh. MTK sets. MTK sent her across the ice and just out of reach. Puck goes around the other side. Here's Waugh. Waugh's coming up, but the lane gets closed. So MTK gets the puck. Christie now. Christie brings it around. Flicks it out. Well's looking for McIver, but there's the MTK player there. McIver sends it a little bump in the boards. Flick it up off the boards. Goes all the way down. Icing's waved off. Well, we go for a line change. MTK flicks it up to their player. Mahone closes the lane. He picks up the puck. Hall now has it. Hall flicks it in with Mannion and Murphy. Goes back to Hall. Hall takes a shot. It's off the glass. High and wide. Now Kirk's going in there. He's pinching. MTK gets the puck. Brings it out. And puck glides in front of past Alex. Oh, we backhanded into neutral zone, or back to the blue line. One time it. And MTK took a whack at it and it went into the trapper for Alex, but did not go past. So 6:02 left in the first period. Scoreless game. Exactly the kind of game I was expecting out of these two teams. MTK picks up the puck off the face-off. Back to the D. Tries sending it in, but it gets brought out by Perth. Vanderbijl now, and he loses. Oh, unfortunately, he lost the puck. So we have to clear. Jackson is getting pushed into our end. He flick it up to the blue line. There's Mahone. He's like a bull in the china shop. Comes through. Jackson now goes around the guy, shoots, and it goes high and wide. And we try keeping it in, but we can't. So it comes back from McGregor. McGregor tries sending it up, looking for Mahone, but MTK were able to keep it in. No icing there. Puck's behind the net. We flick it up to Jackson. Jackson flick it to Mahone. Onto Vanderbijl's skates. Vanderbijl's going in there. But it's picked up by MTK, who sends it around to the line. Just out of reach from McGregor. It doesn't go to our end. And icing's waved off. And the MTK player ran into the net, and so it came off the mooring. So the whistle's blown there. Definitely some hard giving chase. That's why you never assume it's going to be an icing call, because the last second the refs could blow it off. And if you're the team that's on the defense and you give up, you just gave the guy an opportunity. So good heads up hockey there by MTK. Face off. Puck won by MTK. It goes into our end. Behind the net. Novak's bound there. MTK tries sending it across in front of Alex, but Wall was right there to intercept it. Wall gets hard crunched. MTK has it now. And goes out into boards. Out of play, I believe. So puck comes into MTK's end. Mannion taking the face off for us. Face off. The puck is controlled by MTK. He tries sending it up along the boards, but Perth got it. Send it back in towards behind the net. So MTK's now coming out. They're in front of us here. They're banging it forward. Over to Ryu. Ryu's going around the net for Dowdle. There's a kid there. MTK player, he goes around, but he can't do it. We quickly close the lane. MTK's able to keep it in, but nope, comes out. There's Hall. Sorry, I think that's Mahal, who sends it high and wide. It goes around the net and into the neutral zone. We send it back in, but Mannion's right there. MTK sends it in while they go for a line change. 3:34 left in the first period. Perth with the puck. Hall sends the puck up, but there's Jackson. Is there to get it. Comes loose. Here comes Mahal. Mahal's going in. Out! And lost the puck at the last minute, or the last second, as he's going from backhand to forehand. Puck comes, MTK sends it up against the boards. Sends it to the middle. Number 9's going around. He tries shooting, tries centering it for his player who was bumped. So they lost the stick. We send it up to Vanderbijl. Vanderbijl's looking for His player, Mahomes. Oh, it's in the back of the net, scores! 2:44 left in the first period. Mahomes sends it over the shoulder of the MTK goalie to put Perth up 1-0 on a beauty. A beauty of a goal. Some hard hustle in there. Face-off won by Perth. Up to McIver. McIver flicks it around the MTK player. But he loses it. MTK gets the puck. They send it around the goal. MTK now gets it. They're bringing it out. They try to center it across. Pundik is there to pick it up. Pundik sends it up, looking for McIver, who's trying to get it through. MTK is trying to get it across that blue line. Picked up by Wall. Wall sends it back behind his goal. Pundik now. McGregor has to go around the ref. McGregor gets it, sends up the blue line. The guy takes a shot, and easy glove save. I'm sure it's not easy, but Alex made it look easy. Minute 55 left in the first period. Perth off 1-0. Mannion's taking the face-off. Won by Perth, but quickly turned over to MTK. They take a shot. It just goes wide. Hull and Dowdle are there putting pressure on. Dowdle's getting in there with the kid who has like twice his size. He's not afraid. Mannion picks up the puck. Mannion flicks it up for Hull, who gets it through to the neutral zone and out. MTK has to regroup in the neutral zone. Picked up by Mahal, who sends it back in. MTK's going around. Puck was around the net, or it was looking like it was going to go behind the net. MTK's right there. Takes a shot, but it gets deflected wide. Which tried to do a cross-ice pass to Murphy, but MTK was right there. Puck squeaks out in the neutral zone. Jackson flicks it up into MTK's end. 57 seconds left in the period. MTK trying to get it in our end. They take a shot. Don't know where it is. Squared up. 40.6 seconds left in the first period. MTK putting pressure on. Looking to get that first goal to equalize it for a tie game. Face-off won by Perth. We send it through up to Mahal. Mahal tries pushing it through. He does. Vanderbilt manages to stay onside. Mahal's going in, and it goes wide. Comes back. Vanderbilt goes down. MTK now getting the puck. Intercepted by Jackson. Jackson takes a shot, and it comes loose. And MTK doing some cross-checking from behind there after the whistle. 15.1 seconds left in the first period. MTK is always a very physical team. Physical association. Face-off won by Perth. MTK sends it out. Too bad we don't have delay of game rules here. Or just ones that aren't applied. Are applied. So 8 seconds left in the first period. Christie's taking the face-off. Face-off. Won by MTK. They send it out up to Kirk, and it just goes wide. 2 seconds. Novak sends it in. And that's the end of the first period, with Perth Lanark Wings up 1-0 on a beautiful goal by Mahal. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome to the second period. Current score is 1-0 for Wings. Mannion, Murphy, and I believe Hall are taking the forward lines. Face-off won by MTK. They backhand it into first end. They go around, send it up to the defense. Tries to anyways. Kept in now, Dowdle. Dowdle sends it around. Hall's going for the puck. Puck kind of comes through to the blue line. MTK sends it back in, just out of reach of Ryu. Ryu's battling for the puck there. MTK manages to keep it in. Goes around. Big tall guy there for MTK is battling Ryu. Anyway, Perth gets it. Oh, tries getting it through. Trying to get it through. Come on, there we go. Now Owen Hall's bringing it through. Owen Hall gets bumped off it. MTK comes away with the puck. They're bringing it through, but they send it up against the glass and icing. Puck will come back to MTK's end. Jackson Mahal and Vanderbilt are taking the forward line. Puck picked up, goes back to Novak. Oh, just out of the reach of Novak. Now McGregor. McGregor's bringing it around. He deflects it off, tries sending up to Vanderbilt, but goes into MTK's stick and they send it through. McGregor up to, eventually end up to Mahal. Mahal's now just out of reach. Mahal's still battling. Goes up and slides in there. Jackson now's in there. Mahal's in there. 3 MTK players are battling. Mahal's putting a stick on it, and finally the ref blows the puck dead. Face off, picked up by MTK. MTK slap shots it around, just out of reach, but not enough for it to be icing, unfortunately. Eventually slide it over from one. Mahal gets it. Mahal's trying to loosen it, comes loose, just on the other side of Alex. MTK takes a slot, it goes a little bit wide. Vanderbilt was trying to battle for the puck. MTK's battling for it. I can't even see where that puck is. They take a shot. It hits a body. And it goes around. Mahal managed to flick it up to Jackson. Jackson's going in there. He comes loose. Oh, kicks. There's a penalty coming. Hooking call coming on MTK, I believe. A beautiful save by the goalie there to kick his pad out. And to prevent the puck from sliding in, but the reality is the hooking call there puts Perth on a power play for 2 minutes at 12:35 in the second period. Mannion's taking it. Puck goes behind the net. Mannion's right there to give pressure on it. Novak now. Novak over to McGregor. McGregor winds up, takes a shot, comes back in the pass. Murphy sends it into the back of the net. McGregor takes a shot from almost the blue line. The goalie makes the save, but it rebounded, and there was Murphy to backhand it over the goalie's shoulder. So that hooking call proved I don't say devastatingly for MTK, but definitely did not end the way MTK wanted. And Perth goes up 2-0. Face off, MTK sails into the goal behind it. Picked up by Murphy. Sends it forward looking for Christie. Christie gets knocked down before he gets the shot away. MTK is looking, gonna have to get back in this game with some good play. And Christie now. Christie banks it up off the boards, looking for Waugh. Waugh's in there. but he gets blocked out by the MTK player. MTK now sends it up to their kid, sends it through, squeaks out in the neutral zone. Christie sends it back in, takes a shot on goal. The kid kicks it away. McIver's right in there. Christie tries to take a one-timer from the blue line, but it didn't go very far. Novak now. Novak banks it off the boards, but Mannion couldn't get it. So the puck stays in. One-timer by MTK. It just goes wide. MTK looking to get something. They flick it across the boards, but they're D now. Here's Murphy. Murphy's going in. He flicks it up, looking for Mannion, but Mannion wasn't quite there. There's a kid sitting at the blue line. There's Novak. That kid sends it wide. He just came off the kid from MTK came off the bench and sat at that blue line, or just happened to be there, I suppose. Kirk now sends it around, but picked up by MTK. Well, should have been. MTK gets it, kind of goes back and forth. MTK keeps it in. They're trying to get back on. Goes to fix it. Murphy. Able to get it out. There goes Owen. Owen hits a shot. And he puts the glove on it. So Owen Hall there was on a little bit of a breakaway, but took a shot. And saved by the goalie. 10:35 left in the second period. 2-0 Perth. Jackson's taking it. Jackson flicks it back to Vanderbile. Vanderbile for McGregor. McGregor flicks it back in. We send it back around. There goes Jackson, but MTK sends it back for Mahal. Mahal sends it back behind the net for Jackson. Jackson one times it for Vanderbile. He just goes wide. That could have been 3-0. MTK trying to get it through. We go back over. Jackson backhand it to MTK. MTK backhands it out of the end, and that's going to be icing. So Vanderbile with an excellent opportunity, but he went a little bit high and a little bit wide and missed putting Perth up 3-0. Face off. Won by Mahal. Gets it. He takes a shot. Vanderbile is getting bumped off it, but he still has it. He's trying to work his way through. A couple of MTK players right there. Dowdle goes in. He gets crunched. Puck comes loose and into the neutral zone, so Perth has to clear. Mahal's going, sends it back in. Jackson is looking to intercept on the opposite end. Now McIver's going in there, same with Waugh. Picked up. MTK player is stopping it, but it's picked up by another MT player. MT player flicks it through to the neutral zone for Novak, who sends it back in. Perth clears. There's McIver going in there looking for it. He's bracing for a hit. That's picked up for MTK. MTK banks it off the boards. They're trying to get it out. Christie gets taken down. McIver gives a little shove from behind. Waugh is sitting there. He gets the puck. Waugh gets taken down. So you have Christie there. Puck comes back. MTK, they try clearing it. Goes back to Kirk, over to Novak. Novak sends it back in. Our boys have to clear. So let's try this again. MTK banks off the boards, kept in by Kirk. He sends it back in. Now Murphy's going in there to try to get it on the other side. MTK's having trouble clearing it. We're putting all the pressure on it. Murphy sends it back in for Hall. Hall's going in there. MTK, that kid goes down. Murphy, and that kid's sitting on it, I think. Picked up by Murphy. Murphy backhands it. Punches it through for Hall's going. He lays up a bit. MTK player crowds him out. Picked up. MTK tries clearing it, but kept in by Novak, I believe. He sends it wide. Now Mannion's in there. Mannion takes a hard hit. Mannion gets it. Novak's now rushing in there. Novak winds up, and it gets loose. And the MTK goalie managed to stop it. the last couple of minutes, Perth was definitely in control of that hockey game, and MTK couldn't for the life of them get it out. .7:45 left in the second period. MTK still looking for their first goal. Jackson's taking it. MTK gets the face-off and tries flicking it up, and they bring it through. Now they're able to bring it out. Bring it around. But the kid loses it for Pundick. MTK comes loose. There's a bunch of guys sitting there. Pundick is battling for it, trying to get the puck behind the net. MTK comes away. Back to another kid who sends it back behind the goal line. Puck comes loose for Mahal now. Mahal flicks it forward for Vanderbyle. Vanderbyle trips on his own feet, but he's able to mission accomplished and sends it back in. Mahal now. He's behind the net. Puck comes loose and crosses the goal line, but now MTK comes out. They flick it up. McGregor picks up the puck. Goes around. He banks it off for Vanderbyle. Vanderbyle tries getting it through. He can't. So MTK sends it in across the ice. It's picked up. Center for Jackson. Jackson's going in there. Deeks still has the puck. Mahomes out front. He does a 180, takes a slap shot, but there was the goalie. So after spending about a minute in our end, first able to bring it down into MTK's end and get a good shot on goal by Mahal. Mannion takes the pace off. Crosses the ice. There's Murphy. Murphy sends it in for Mannion, but MTK was right there. It comes through the neutral zone where Novak sends it up, was looking for Hall, but past Hall. So MTK gets possession of the puck. Now Murphy has it. Murphy sends it through in behind the net. Approaching the 6-minute mark left in the second period. MTK flicks it up. Goes back for Novak. Novak takes a shot, and it gets slightly kicked wide. I think it hit or deflected off a kid's skate or something. MTK now battling there. So is Murphy and Mannion, and Kirk's lined up on the blue line. MTK sends it around. They're looking to clear it, but they can't. Hull's right there, putting pressure on. MTK tries again, still trying to clear it, but MTK's having difficulty doing that. MTK gets the puck out. Well, here's a good opportunity. MTK passes it up and into the guy in the neutral zone. Kirk's trying to block it. Kid takes a shot and it goes wide. So Kirk gets the puck. Kirk flicks it up to Murphy, just out of reach, and it gets it into the neutral zone, but MTK has to clear. So MTK is passing it around. Approach the 5-minute mark left in the second period. MTK's now going in. That kid takes a shot and it goes wide, and I think it hit the back of Alex's leg, and I think there was one of our players to be the backup goalie and get it out. So we send it around just out of reach of Waugh. MTK pushes it through, and it looks like now Perth's having trouble getting it out. Well, there's a tripping call coming on us. I think that was Waugh that's going to get the tripping call. So at 4:31 and left in the second period. Waugh is going to go to the box for 2 minutes on Perth's second penalty of the game, and MTK is obviously going to look. He's going to look to capitalize on this. So Jackson takes the face off. Puck recovered by Perth, and we are able to ice it. So it floats. We'll get it out of our end. Not necessarily ice it, but get it out of our end. Vanderbile's the lone wing in there. MTK now coming out. They pass it, but can't quite get it together. So Vanderbile was put some pressure on them. Jackson now putting pressure on, but he can't get to it. So now Perth's coming. MTK's coming back in. Their kid takes a shot and it gets deflected wide. Minute 25 left in this penalty. MTK now tries sending it through the middle of the crease, but we get the puck, our puck on our stick, but MTK is able to keep it in. MTK throws it back to the D. The D circles, passes up to the forward. He's crouching in. Comes loose, and we manage to save it. Approaching under a minute left of this power play. Jackson gets it. He goes around. Jackson, he fires up, and MTK kid jumped and got his stick on, or got his hand on it. So 45 seconds left. MTK tries to send it to the guy who was high in the neutral zone, but that kid couldn't keep control of it. 30 seconds left in the power play. MTK now looking to set it up. Kid's crouching. It floats back. An MTK player there wasn't paying attention, or maybe he was looking at going off. I don't know, but MTK sends the puck into their end on their own. Now they go in. They're looking at centers it. Oh, the MTK player got it on his backhand, and 4 seconds left in the power play for MTK. Perth looking to kill this. It's been the last 4 seconds. .235 left in the second period. Face-off won by Perth, but it goes behind us, and MTK is rushing in there to get the puck. We're now back to even strength. MTK sends it back to their kid. He can't. McIver has it. McIver's going in. He winds up. He's deflected just out of the reach for Waugh. McIver picks up his own rebound, sends it through, and no harm there, but excellent hustle there by 34 McIver. Just out of the reach for Waugh, who was also rushing in to try to get to be part of that play. Mannion takes the face off, goes in behind the goalie. There's Murphy, is rushing for it. MTK. Mannion now battles. Mannion flicks it forward, tries flicking forward, backhands it for Murphy one time, and it just goes, it hits, deflected wide. Puck comes back. Under 2 minutes left in the second period. MTK sends it through the neutral zone and into our end, and they take a shot, and Alex is right there to make the save. Minute 40. Oh, Mannion look like they're gonna early movement. So who are they gonna kick out? Nobody? I don't know. Again, face off again. Goes in behind McGregor. McGregor tries sending it around, and he does, but there's MTK to pick up the puck on our end. Battling hard, minute 28 seconds left, and I think it deflected off the netting. Face off, won by MTK. They send it across. We're able to flick it out. Comes in the neutral zone. There's Murphy, just out of reach. They flick it up, bank it off. Oop. Over to Pundit. Pundit flicks up to Murphy. He flicks it up, looking for Mannion, but it's deflected. Under a minute left. MTK banks off the boards, but there's a Mannion. But Mannion couldn't get control of the puck. MTK takes it in, tries centering it. Comes loose. There's Jackson. Jackson winds up into the goalie, rebound, but there's the goalie never actually had the puck. So 35 seconds left in the second period. A beautiful shot by Jackson from a sharp angle. The goalie got a kind of a piece of it to bounce off him and kind of land in front of him, but he never actually had the puck, in my opinion. Face-off picked up by Mahal. Goes around. Mahal just out of reach. He tries centering it for one of our kids. I can't see who that is. But MTK gets it, and they flick it down, and that's going to be icing. So 16.6 seconds left in the second period. MTK gets the puck from behind their goal and sends it right down behind our goal. So Jackson, Mahal, and Vanderbauer are forward lines. Dowdle and Mario are D. Face off won by Vanderbile. Vanderbile shoots it. Comes loose for Mahal, who sends it just a little bit wide. Mahal takes a backhanded shot, and it goes wide. 4 seconds left in this period. And that's the period. So after 2, score is 2-0 for Perth Lanark. Back in a moment. All right, welcome back. Start of the third period. 18 minutes is up on the clock. 2-0 Wings. Wings are looking to start their playoff run with a victory against what should be the hardest team to play in this round robin. But that said, any team is capable of beating any other team on any given day. So Jackson's taking the face-off. Vanderbile, Mahal as our forwards. MTK wins the face-off. They get the puck off the neutral zone, bank it off the boards. They send it in around the boards. There's Vanderbile giving chase. MTK sends it back to the blue line. Picked up by Vanderbile as it comes in the neutral zone. But there's Jackson looking to do something. Comes loose for Mahal. Mahal tries getting it, but he runs into a couple players before he backhands it behind the goal. Comes loose from Mahal, sends it back in with Jackson. He's going around. MTK picks it up, but not before Jackson lays a hit. Puck comes for Novak. Novak takes a shot. And it comes loose, and here's MTK on it. Tries to go in. He goes around and into the back of the net. So at 50 seconds into the third period, on a couple of miscues there, MTK is able to capitalize and slide it in under Alex's pads to make it 2-1. Face-off, won by Perth. Paul picks up the puck. He sends it in. And the rebound is picked up by MTK. Ryu is able to keep it in. And now it's picked up by MTK. They bring it through. They go around, but there is Hull not making it easy for the kid to get his stick, or to keep his stick on, I should say. Dowdle's battling hard. He doesn't care how big the other team is. MTK picks up the puck. They send it back in. Up against the boards. Comes loose now. Hull centers it for Murphy. Murphy tries to shoot it around the player, but couldn't quite. So Mannion gets it now. And Perth's going to get a penalty for too many men on the ice. Oh dear. Mannion came off the bench. I believe it was Mannion came off the bench and the puck was right there. And immediately some of the parents of MTK were yelling, too many men, too many men. And they were not wrong. So 16-17 in the third period. And Perth's going to have to kill a power play, kill a penalty. Face off won by Perth, sends it back. MTK winds up, and again, I don't think Alex had the puck. It seems to be loose, but the goalie or the ref blew the whistle anyways. Face off, won by Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's bringing it through. He should just ice it, and that's what he does. Sends it back down. But Mahal's right there. Mahal lays up to avoid the hit. MTK's now bringing it through. And it goes back in behind. And Mahal's putting some pressure on it. MTK now coming out. McGregor. Oh, MTK does a drop pass. MTK's now bringing it through. Hopefully one of the kids doesn't go offside. They bring it through. McGregor is right there. MTK now. That kid just, some of the players there, parents are yelling, boarding or something. MTK takes a shot. Some battling there in front of the net. 1:05 left in this power play for MTK. So McIver, Jackson, Novak on the MTK wins the faceoff. They throw it back to their D. They shovel up to the, it's kind of going back to the D. They go across, look at that kid. That kid shoots and comes loose. And in the back of the net. So 15:09 on a too many men penalty for Perth. And MTK manages to come back and tie the game 2-2. Perth was, I would say, the dominant team in the first two periods, but so far, with almost 3 minutes into the third period, MTK's come roaring back. I would expect nothing less from the MTK team. This place is starting to get loud. Mannion taking the face-off. Face-off, MTK sends it back to their D. They bank it up off the boards. MTK, they wind up, and it gets deflected and hits the mesh. Face-off. In the corner there, MTK has it. They pass it, bank it off the boards back to the D. It goes off of Mahal's skates. We're able to bring it through. Murphy now. Murphy's going in. He gets pushed to the outside. And he throws it in behind for MTK to pick up. But Hull's right there. Hull sends it back in. Murphy's looking where the hit's going to come from. He goes wide. Mannion's now battling hard. He's picked up by MTK. MTK's bounced off the boards into the neutral zone. McGregor sends it over for Pundick. Pundick sends it through the neutral zone and turns it over. Right in front of us, there's Mahal. Mannion takes a shot. Hull's going in there. Just out of reach for, I think, Hull to get really control over it. So it sends back. Hull managed to take a backhanded shot and it's stopped by the goalie. Face off. Won by Perth. Pundit's desperately trying to keep it in, but couldn't. So it comes through into our end. McGregor, he backhands it up for Law. He sends it back to McGregor, sends it over to Pundit. Pundit looking for, I think it's Murphy. Or sorry, that's McIver, just out of reach. But it's in behind the net. MTK sends it back up, but there's Law. Comes out to the neutral zone. And here's Alex as it slides through the neutral zone into our end. .19 left in the third period. Tie game. Mannion taking the face off. Goes back to, I think that's Kirk. Kirk's battling hard. Murphy's there too. Right up against the boards there. Mannion's kind of looking out. MTK manages to get it. Back to the D. They take a shot, but it goes off of, I think, Mannion's skate. And then the guy sends it back in, so now it's behind Kirk's now. Throwing it up for Murphy. But just out of reach for Murphy. MTK sends it high and wide. MTK tries centering it. Goes in behind. Novak's right there. MTK gets it. Kicks off the skate of Mannion. MTK's trying to get control of it. And they can't, but neither can we. So Novak's battling hard in there. As Hall kind of rides in. Novak gets it. He sends it around for Kirk. Kirk flicks it up for Mannion's now bringing it through. Mannion cross-laced it. Hall winds up, and it's Trapper's blocker saved there by that goalie, but it goes wide. So now MTK is coming through the neutral zone. Hall's back checking. Hall takes them down. Some of the parents. So I think there's a. So some of the parents from MTK are saying that there was a side tackle there, but and then MTK retaliates. So I guess you just kind of call it a wash. 12 minutes left in the third period. Perth is able to clear it. Novak sends it up just out of reach of Vanderbile. Jackson's battling hard. Vanderbile goes in. He gets pushed to the outside. He tries taking a shot, but he couldn't get a clear shot away. So MTK sends it back behind for Jackson. Jackson pushes it back to Pundit. Pundit takes a shot, and it saved by the goalie. This goalie's really good at making those initial shots, but he allows a lot of rebounds. .29 left in the third. Jackson's taking the face off. Jackson wins it, sends it in behind for Vanderbile. Vanderbile's battling. Sends it up to Jackson. Jackson over to Vanderbile, just out of reach. Vanderbile's looking for somebody. But there's a couple of kids with shoving it out and behind. And that goalie just able to stop it. A lot of pushing and shoving there. McIver, Christie, and Waugh are going to be our forward line. Pundick and McGregor are our D. Face off, won by MTK. They're going around. McIver sends them down. Puck comes loose. He's trying to get out. MTK sends it around up to the other side. Now MTK flicks it up. Just out of reach of Christie. So it goes floating around. McIver and Pundick team up to hit a kid. MTK sends it around, but there's Waugh. Waugh gets bumped to the ground, almost from behind. McIver's getting in there. McIver's getting a checking from behind penalty. MTK now. Wall gets tripped down. Now it comes through. Drop pass for MTK. They take a shot at some point, and we get it. Interference call. All right, so McIver's going to get a second penalty of the game for an interference call. So 10:08 in the third period. McIver's going to the box again. MTK scored on the last power play that they were on. That tied the game. Now would not be a time for them to do it again, in my opinion. MTK loses the face-off. Perth gets it, and we quickly send it down. So name of the game is to get control of the puck and just whip her down. MTK now bringing it out. They just do a drop pass. Guy's racing through. He goes around. Some of the parents are saying, what? Minute 30 left in this power play. MTK centering it. Mannion flicks it up. Got his stick tied up there by the other kid, but Mannion's able to get it down. Hall was in there. MTK brings it out now. The kid loses the puck. Send it through. 1 minute left in the power play for MTK. MTK brings it around the goal. Murphy's right there. Skates around. Murphy does a little poke check. Knocks the puck away. So MTK has to bring it through now. Now they bring it up. They pass it. It's just a drop pass. They like these drop passes. They go in and they lose the puck. Where Mahal flicks it up, but it comes out of the neutral zone. I don't know how that wasn't offside, and they do go offside. I'm like, so 28 seconds left in this power play for MTK. 8:36 left in this game. We have a tie game. And I guess we're bringing it down to this end. Face off, won by MTK. MTK flicks up to the neutral zone, just out of reach of McGregor, gets a stick on it. McGregor's able to pick a stick back up, and MTK has to clear. But now they bring it through. The kid winds up, and it goes wide. Picked up by the other player for MTK. He sends it in back line the net. 4 seconds left in the power play. MTK in behind. They try centering it, and they can't, so we're back to even strength now. Comes loose. Here comes Jackson. Jackson brings it through. He tries going around. He runs into the linesman. Don't move or anything. So MTK picks up the puck. They send it in. And they go off for a line change. Pundick now bracing for hit there. He ties up the other kid. Another kid comes in. MTK gets the puck back to the blue line. Just out of reach of Vanderbilt. Tries to push it through. And now it comes into the neutral zone. Mahone levels a big hit, but he goes down. Jackson now. He's going around. Vanderbilt. Jackson. Over to Vanderbilt, just out of reach of Vanderbilt. Goes past him. MTK passes it over to one of their players. They manage to center it. Now they bring it through the neutral zone. The kid loses it. But 6:55 left in the third period. Jackson now gets the puck. He sends it around, but there's the MTK player who's not able to keep it in. First going on a line change. Come on, this is time for MTK to capitalize. They take a shot. And Alex let it go play, but then a couple of MTK kids are right there. MTK behind the net. And they score! From behind the net, MTK scores with 6:27 left in the third period. to make it 3-2. So Perth went up 2-0 and they relinquished that lead, and now they find themselves short by 1. This is where they're going to have to make some smart plays, smart passes, and they're going to have to hustle. McIver's in there battling hard. One of our kids go down, and MTK's parents are cheering. Battling in there. McIver. Christie now. Christie loses the puck for MTK. They come in. They take a shot. No, hit the post. Hit the post. Mahone gets it. He flicks it up. MTK parents were cheering. We're cheering too early. Play continues. MTK now. Getting the puck through the neutral zone. Picked up by Mannion. Mannion scored 4 goals in the last game against MTK. Maybe he can do it again. He scored it so far. Picked up by McGregor. McGregor sends it in behind for Murphy. Murphy takes the shot. Mannion now. It's in behind. 5:15 left in the third period. MTK is able to clear it. Helps loose from Novak. Novak sends it for McGregor. Sorry, Pundit. Pundit sends it for McGregor. He sends it around looking for Murphy. Just out of reach. You need to skate. Don't reach with your stick. MTK. Perth trying to get it now. Murphy springing it through. Comes loose. Hall's able to stay onside, but it's quickly taken over by MTK. Sends it in the neutral zone. Ryu sends it over to Dowdle. Mannion sends it in. 4:35 left in this third period. Perth looking to get back to tie the game. MTK coming through. Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's piling through, but he loses the puck. Now MTK gets that at the blue line. MTK, Jackson picked up the puck, and we're going to go on a tripping penalty coming to Perth. So 14, Dowdle's going to go to the box. Not a good time to get a penalty. 4:08 left in this game. And MTK goes back on the power play. Jackson taking the face off. Picked up by MTK. MTK takes a shot, hard shot, about 3 feet away or 4 feet away from Alex, but Alex makes the glove save. So let's do that again. MTK wins the face-off. Back to the D. He flicks it over to the other D, who chips it in around the net. There's McGregor. Novak. Novak twice sending it through, but it goes back to the D. He sends it back in. Now we're finally able to clear it, so it comes all the way down. MTK now bringing it through the neutral zone. Trying to stay onside. They do. Guy goes around. Oh, he kind of loses the puck there. But he keeps the puck. Back to the D. The D does a drop pass to number 18. Scramble, and they blow the whistle. Number 18, Graham, I believe, is considered a star player. He had a good shot there. But 3:20 left in the third period. 1:12 left in the tripping penalty to Dowdle. So Perth started this game by going up 2-0, and they've blown the lead, and they're fighting to get back to a tie score. MTK is definitely coming on strong. Puck comes loose through the neutral zone. Murphy sends it down. But there's Christie going in around. Christie goes in. He's battling hard. MTK comes away. Under a minute left of the penalty. MTK does the drop pass. Christie's all over the ice, making it hard. MTK now brings it into our end. They take a shot, hits the back of the net on the opposite side. Comes MTK takes the shot in. There's Pundick. Pundick's looking to send it up, but he can't get it out. So it stays in, takes a shot, it gets deflected. MTK putting pressure on. 20 seconds left in this power play. They take a shot, it comes loose. Christie winds up and lightly gets it out. But there's Murphy. Murphy's not letting them have it. 8 seconds left in the power play. MTK now brings it in. They take a shot, squares, and right into the chest of Alex. So the penalty is over. 2:08 left in the game. Perth looking to get back to a tie game. This period has definitely, in my opinion, been all MTK. And they have the goals to show for it. We win. Novak gets the puck behind. Novak flicks it up, out of reach for Hall. Hall was just skating there, letting the puck come to him. Now, Mannion picks up the puck. He sends it through. McIver picks up the puck in there. McIver tries centering it for Hall, for Mannion. It just goes wide. Got to put some pressure on, boys. Minute 40. MTK is able to get it through the neutral zone. Hall sends it over to, I don't know who that is. MTK is able to knock it down. MTK is able to knock it down, send it through. Goes through. You got to skate, boys. If you're going to let them watch, the puck, here's McIver. McIver winds up. He takes a shot. It goes wide. McIver, I don't think saw the puck where it landed. Now McGregor comes in. McGregor takes the hit. Under a minute left. Puck comes loose and into the neutral zone. Sorry, hits the net. So 57.2 seconds left. Alex is still in the net. This is what hockey's all about. Last minute of play. Puck recovered by MTK. MTK tries clearing it, but McGregor's right there to keep it in. Our goalie's leaving the net. Now's not the time to be sitting there, and the MTK's able to clear it. Mannion has it. Mannion flicks it in. Maynard Biles going in. Over to Mahal. Mahal's in there. 32 seconds left. Oh, shoot! Sweats up. In. Oh, backhanded passes. 20 seconds left. MTK is able to clear it. Oh, he's able to get it through the neutral zone. 16 seconds left. MTK shoots it. Empty net goal with 12.7 seconds left. Some hard pressure put on by the Wings, but the last second, MTK is able to get it in the neutral zone and flick it into our empty net to make it 4-2. Heartbreak. Face off, won by MTK. Under 10 seconds left. Battling hard, and that's the game. So after being down 2-0 going into the third period was all MTK, and the scoreboard shows it with 4 goals. For MTK to win the first game of our round robin, so we go 0-1 in the round robin. Sometimes I think that if hockey was only 2 periods, we'd probably have a little bit more wins. Anyway, that's it from tonight at Carleton Place Arena. I think our next game is on the weekend, so hope everyone has a good rest of the week, and we'll talk to you later. Good night.